Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Fred and Zoey. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Zoey's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. The left hand is then free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And Zoey has been fitted with her very own training collar, and that's going to go home with her, and you're going to be instructed on how to use it during your lesson. Now Zoey is seated very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Zoey heel, and at this point Zoey's job is to walk even with Fred's left leg, not forging ahead or lagging behind, and each time that Fred stops his feet, Zoey has been taught to sit automatically without being told and wait for her next command. So if you're walking your dog and you stop to talk to a neighbor, stop to cross traffic, she should sit nicely at your left and wait for her next command. She's always going to be waiting for you to tell her what to do next. And the next command that we're going to be demonstrating for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word firm command to stay. Open flat of your left palm. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. And when Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her as an additional distraction and end up all the way back around in heel position. Each time that you return to heel position, your dog expects to get another command. And Fred told her to heel again. And we're running through our heel and our automatic sit and our stay again for you. I think the hardest thing to remind people of is to use these commands inside your home as well as outside. You can practice your sit stays. It helps to develop attention span and maturity, and you can do it right in your living room. Now this time, instead of returning back to his dog, Fred's going to call her. The command is Zoey, come. She should come and sit right in front of you facing your knees, no jumping up on you. And then Fred tells her to heel, and she should walk all the way around him and return all the way back to heel position and back seated, and again waiting for her next command. Fred leaves her in another sit stay. He calls her in. She should come right in and sit. Very nicely done. And then she's going to return back to heel position. Whoops. Fred's going to correct her for that. That was a little hiccup. That's not a big deal. You're not going to have a push-button dog, and every once in a while she's going to do something that throws you. She's still got some Zoey in her, but she's doing really well, and I'm sure you can see on the video the difference in her ability to pay attention and focus. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you are going to be our down commands. Fred, could you come in a little closer and face the camera so they can see the down? There are two of these down commands. They're down from a heel and down from a distance. This is down from a heel position, so again her shoulders are even with your left leg. Fred takes the open flat of his left palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word firm command to stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home, you're going to work up to 3 minutes and then up to 5 minutes. And this again, you can practice while you're eating dinner, watching a movie. Incorporate these exercises into your real-life living situations. When Fred returns back to his dog, again he will walk all the way around her for an additional distraction, back to heel position, and then he has to tell her what he's going to do. He said heel, and she got up, and we'll demonstrate that down from a heel one more time. I think she's doing a really great video. Considering how she showed up here, she's really done a good job. She's very smart. Down, stay, perfect. And as you get more familiar with the commands, you'll be able to mix them up so that you don't become predictable to her. This time Fred's going to call her in. And she sits nicely. Goes back to heel, back setting. And we're going to set up for our down from a distance. And down from a distance is a little bit harder command because you're not right next to the dog. Always have your dog sitting before you attempt to put them into a down. Fred leaves her in a sit stay. He's going to use his right hand to give the command this time. Drops her into a down from 6 feet away. That was perfectly wonderful. Now we've demonstrated for you Zoey's heel, her automatic sit, her stay, her down from a distance, and her come. These are the exercises that we want you to practice with Zoey, indoors and outdoors. We will go over everything with you on your lesson. We've enjoyed having her, and she's most improved student this week. We will see you soon.